Abudbul. Yes.
And all community managers. יאללה, אנחנו עלינו לשידור. בואו נמצא אותנו גם בפייסבוק, בלייב. זהו, חבר'ה, זה קורה עוד 7 דקות, ואנחנו נשבור ביחד שיניים. תתחילו להתכונן. זהו, יש לנו את זה. המצגת עברה לך?
המצגת עברה סבבה. אני בינתיים מאשר אנשים, אני רואה שאנשים כל הזמן מבקשים להיכנס.
כן, זה בעיקר הילדים שלי עכשיו מבקשים להיכנס. כן, זה דור גמרמן. כל הגמרמנים זה הילדים שלי, שתדע.
ואבוש.
לא, אבוש לא. אבוש נאו. טוב, יאללה, אדמית. אז מה קורה, חברים, בינתיים? דברו אליי. אריאלה, מה העניינים? עידית שני, אליאב, רוי, דניאל.
חלק מים?
נורית, כן, מלא מים. אתה חושבת שאני יכולה לבלוע? תרד אותי. זה לא עובר לי בגרון. לפחות עבר לי הכאב ראש, 4 נורופן.
הבנתי. תקפצי קצת במקום, אתה תשחררי את כל ה...
במקום? אין לי פה מקום.
תן לך...
אבל אז יראו את המכנסי פיג'מה. אני הכנתי ג'קט ומכנסי פיג'מה.
אבל זה רק אנחנו רואים, זה בסדר.
זה רק אתם וכל הקהילה.
קטן עלייך, גברת אבוטבול, קטן עלייך.
כפרה עלייך, בואי, מה העניינים?
אני פה שולחת לך זה, מחזיקה לך את האנרגיה, אל תדאגי.
אין כמוך. הילה, ערב טוב, יניב. איך נכנסים לזום, ירדן? אני שמה לך לינק. מי שרוצה להיכנס לזום, הנה הלינק, וכדאי לכם כי אתם תוכלו לשאול שאלות. In English, of course, אבל גלעד פה, מי שצריך תרגום, שבטח אני אצטרך.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Ready for some music.
כן, הלוואי, רק שפייסבוק היה סוגר לנו את השידור אם היינו מעלים מוזיקה.
I missed you.
מי מדבר? אני לא רואה. גלרי, בוא נעשה גלרי. עליזה, כפרוש, עכשיו אני רואה אותך, מה העניינים? אז יאללה, יש לנו בינתיים כולם פה מישראל. מאיפה אתם בארץ? אבל יש עליזה מהצפון.
תבטלי את המסך, יבל, יש whiteboard.
זה גלעד עושה לי פה בעיות. גלעד עושה לי פה בעיות.
ניסיתי לשים קצת מוזיקה וזה, שיהיה קצת ריקודים.
לא, אבל אם תשים מוזיקה, הוא סוגר לי את הלייב פייסבוק. הוא לא... זה, בוא נשים רקורד, ואז אם הוא יוריד לי את...
למה? יש קאברים, ענבל, שאפשר לשים.
שידור, אנחנו נוכל להעלות אותו, אבל חבל. בוא, תשאיר לנו. אתה רוצה לשיר?
הייתי מביא את הגיטרה, מה?
בדיוק, אתה רוצה... ערב טוב, שמוליק. בוא, אני צריך לעשות יותר פעילות בערב, אני אומרת. כולם באים. וואו, איזה מסך יפה ומלא. טוב, תפתחו מצלמות. 4 דקות אנחנו מתחילים. חנו אפריד, מה קורה?
היי, שפה שלי.
מה קורה? הנה איטליה. טוב, הנה מתחילות להגיע היבשות.
אני פשוט במוד ניקיון, אז את לא רוצה שאני אפתח מצלמה.
לא, מה, די, התחלת פסח?
בטח, ברור.
מה, יש לך טבלה וזה, מה את עושה כל יום?
יש לי הפרעה כזאת, כן.
באמת?
יש לי פטור השנה, איזה כיף.
כי עברת בית.
אצלך הכל נקי עכשיו.
זה רעיון טוב לעבור דירה.
לי יש פטור בלי זה ובלי שיהיה נקי, אני פשוט לא בדקה. זה לא בלוז.
אתה לכולם.
טוב. יאללה, יש לנו עוד. עוד ועוד ועוד. רוברט שמינג. עלה.
עלה?
עלה, רק אומרת. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr.Robert Shemin. Oh my God.
שלום,
are you
שלום.
here?
Here you are.
Hello.
מה קורה, אחי גלעד? How are you?
Amazing, Roberto. You came just straight from group 39 and 40. Amazing. You are very חרוץ.
תודה. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much for being here. תודה.
Thank you so much for being here.
Inbal, how are
I
you?
can breathe. I can breathe. I don't know what's going on, but what's up with you? I can breathe.
Inbal, how are you? Ma shlomech?
I'm fine. How are you? מה שלומך?
Good. Your English is better than mine, like most Israelis.
Right. Give me 2 minutes and I'll show you that my English is so bad.
So I want to say welcome, everybody. Today's been a very interesting day. I had 3 hours with Project X teaching, and I have 12 investors meeting here upstairs, and I only had 15 minutes and did the shortest investor meeting ever, and it went well. So I learned something. I talk too much. Usually I talk an hour or two. 15 minutes is better.
Talking too much is good. I'm talking a lot, you know?
Yes.
Everybody,
only get
right? Right?
Paid by the word. Yes.
I like to talk. You know, I'm so lucky because I can make money just by talking, you know? I just talk and I'm making money out of it. But because we're going to talk about it today. Yaron.
Yes.
You here?
I hear we very well. How are you?
Okay, now everybody here. All the team is here.
Here come my sheep. Oh, they went away.
Seriously, you buy the pool? Is it real?
Yes.
Or is
This
it
is not a
background?
screen. This is not a.
Oh
Jump
my
to
God.
the flamingo, Roberto. Jump to the flamingo.
Yeah.
I love it. The balloon. It's amazing.
I live here for free. I always live for free in Miami and Medellin.
Oh my God. You want to see my background?
It's beautiful. It's the Holy Land, the land of milk and honey, Israel.
Yes. So people, where are you from, all of you? Show us some flags. Put in the chat your flags. We have people
all over
from
the world?
Israel. We have people from Italy. We have some people from United
Benvenuto, parlo
States.
italiano. Come sta, principessa, principe?
שרה, איפה
Benvenuto.
את? הנה
Buona fortuna.
הדגלים. הנה הדגלים.
What other countries?
גלעד פולק, מה שמת לנו פה? איזה דגל?
What other countries we have?
It's the flag of getting to your goal.
What other
The flag
countries?
of Project
Tell me.
X. אלוהי על האחוזה עם הבריכה והכבשים.
So do you mainly do it in English or Ivrit or what language?
We're going to do it in English, and when it's going to be in Hebrew, Gilad will translate, and Yaron Bloom will translate me. זהו. Yaron, I think you're going to start by...
Yes. Okay. First of all, good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure being here. It's a great honor. Thank you for Gilad and of course, Mr. Shemin. It's a great honor. I actually came, because we are in an American vibe evening. So I'll do it like the American way, and I'll introduce Inbal. I think it's only fitting. So and I'm talking about Inbal out of experience. We are working together for 1.5 years now. We have vast experience in working both together in our businesses and together with other people as well. Some of them are even here in this live. And Inbal, basically formerly היכולת, a triage nurse, an emergency nurse in the past. So basically has a different past than what we see in front of us now. But what she does today is doing an amazing job in connecting people to their audiences and basically building communities of value to people who are on top of their game, let's call it, okay? Because this is where all of us are aiming. So without further ado, with great pleasure, I introduce Inbal Abutbul for this amazing evening.
אוי, די, תמשיך. איזה כיף, כמה דגלי ישראל. Okay, so now we're going to introduce Mr. Robert Shemin, right? I'm gonna use your web script. Thank you, internet and social media. So I don't need to write it myself. So I'm just wanna show you. גלעד, אתה יכול לאשר את האנשים בינתיים? אני אשחרר את עצמי מזה? Okay. Robert Shemin, wealth advisor for both CNN and Fox News, New York Times and Wall Street Journal, best-selling author with 16 titles, including his mega success, How Come That Idiot Rich and I'm Not, and 7 Secrets of the Money Masters. Robert Shemin is one of the world's most sought-after real estate investor, entrepreneur, and wealth creation expert today. And ladies and gentlemen, Robert Shemin is here with us. And let's start this evening, right? Robert, are you ready for my questions?
Born ready. I love questions.
Okay, so let's go. How to invest real estate in United States and totally fall in love in it? What's the story?
Well, let's talk about the love first. First of all, most people have to work and make money. And, if you don't love what you do, please do something else. And until you try it, you won't know it. And by the way, everyone is in real estate. People always say, I don't want to do real estate. I don't have any money. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. And I always ask this question. Now, when I was 15, I left my house and was homeless for a year. I had no home.
Wow.
But I'm assuming most of you have a home. You either own a home or you're renting a place. So you're in real estate. Correct? Unless you're living in your car, then you're in car estate. I guess. So you're in real estate. And the thing is I love it. It's not what you think. I'm not a realtor. I don't just run around and sell houses, which that's a different business. I love realtors. We buy property below market, put under contract. Sometimes we fix it and sell it and make good places for people to live in, residential, commercial. So we're helping people and we make money. Sometimes we buy it, fix it, and rent it. So we're helping people and we give nice services and we can make money. Sometimes we are the bank. So in our community with money. So I don't want to work, I don't have time, but instead of making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8% in the bank, I'll go in with Gilad, Robert, another investor. We'll make more money with security of real estate. They can be the bank. You can actually sell property before you own it without any money, called wholesaling. That's a little advanced. Here's the bottom line. I mean, people are here to make money, entrepreneurs. So you have to work and do something. So I always tell people it's a game of numbers. So for instance, a lot of you may sell something on Amazon or may sell your hour for 100 shekels or 30 shekels or 200 shekels. So how do you make more money? Work more hours. I tried that. I worked at a restaurant for 15 years, Ruby Tuesday, selling $10 chicken dinners, schnitzel with a salad bar. And I was a great waiter. I made a 20% tip. That's $2. So I'd make like $100 a night on a Friday night, a big night in Nashville, or whatever, Saturday night. Thought I was doing great. With real estate, if you want to get wealthy, 70 to 80% of all the billionaires, richest people in the world take all their money and put it in real estate. Even the people that made money in tech. Wall Street Journal said Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Carlos Slims. I just follow money. I just follow success. So I want to challenge you with a game of numbers that don't let you translate or answer questions. So what are you selling or what are you doing with your time and money? The one thing I like about real estate, you can see it, feel it, touch it. We're helping people, and it could be an design, but it's a game of numbers. A lot of our students, they buy, fix, and sell a house. There's exceptions, and make 20, 25, 30% profit in 6 months. Well, 20% profit of $100 is $20. 20% profit of a $300,000 house, which is the average in America now, $339,000 to be exact, that's almost $100,000. So I like to have fun. I like to have free time. My goal was if I can do 3 houses a year, I can make a lot more money than working full-time here, working full-time there, and have vacation. The mentor I met took 6 months vacation a year and he did real estate deals. I'm like, wow, I never met anybody like this. And he made a lot of money. So I'm like, if he can do this, I can do this. And again, we have people that start with very little or no money like me, no experience. If it's something they want to do. If you don't want to do it, it's not for everybody, don't do it. Do what you love what you do. I don't work. Am I working right now talking to you at Zoom from Medellin, Colombia? No, I love doing this. It's fun. So I'm not working. I love it.
I'm sure. You look like someone who loves to live, you know?
Why not? I was very negative and depressed for many years of my life, and it's a decision. I know there's medical reasons too, but everything's a decision. Being poor, being rich, being happy, living here, living there, being positive, being negative. It's a decision, and you can change your decision like that. I literally used to be a lot more negative and look for problems, and I found them. And one day it got so unbearable. I said, I need to change. So I decided to be happy, and it was a decision. And then I decided to be in real estate. It was a decision. I've been very poor with no money. Having money is a lot more fun. You can do a lot more things.
You're talking about it's a decision, right? It's the first thing you have to do. You have to make a decision. What was your biggest decision ever that what became Mr.Robert Shemin,
Well, from a business point of view, I was broke, miserable. I had no money, no credit. And I was selling insurance in Nashville. And it was funny. I worked for 1 year for this insurance company full time, and I never sold anything. I never made $1, 1 shekel, no commissions. It was horrible. And I also worked in the restaurant to support myself. And one day, your life can change in a minute. My parents taught me, nice Jewish family from Nashville, go figure, Jewish rednecks. They taught me they didn't do that well. They were always stressed about money. They taught me don't borrow money, it's wrong. Rich people are rich people are bad. It's another club. It takes money to make money. If you don't have money, the only way to make money is go to school, suffer. If you don't like it, suffer more. Get a job. If you don't like it, suffer some more. That's all my family, grandparents, uncles, aunts, great-grandparents. They're from Minsk. And they said, listen, if you suffer enough, maybe when you're 60 or 70, you'll have some money and you can have fun for a year or two and then you die. That was the plan. It was miserable, stressful. We were always stressed about money. So one day I got referred to this guy named Ray Binion for the insurance. He was supposed to be really rich and needed insurance. And I go meet him, very simple man, never finished high school, very humble. I don't know the whole story, but I talked to him and I'm like, I had my suit on and I said, this guy has no money. He's in an office with junk everywhere, balagan, as they say in Hebrew. And I left and I went back to his office after driving for about 15 minutes. I have no idea why I went back. You could say fate, luck, God, Hashem, light, I don't know, accident, I don't know. And I went back to his office and said, I forgot to ask you, what do you do for a living amongst all this junk? And he got mad because I had a bad attitude back then. I used to judge everybody, judge myself, judge other people. I don't judge anybody anymore. And wherever people live or work, they think it's nice. Had my little suit on. I was broke. I couldn't even pay my rent, barely. And he said, I want to show you something. And he went back to the back room and he showed me an accounting book. He had 121 properties, houses paid for.
Wow.
So his net worth had to be, $20 million, $30 million. He was making $1 million a year. And he said, I take 6 months vacation a year. I started with nothing. He goes, how's your job? And I went, what? And in 1 minute, I'm looking at this man, no background, no rich family, started with nothing. And he's living a great life. And everything my parents had taught me was not true. Not everything, but most things. And I love my parents about money. And I said in 1 minute, if this guy can do this with no background, no education, no rich family, maybe I could do 10% of what he does. That's exactly what I thought. So I told him, teach me how to do it. And he charged me $40,000, or I didn't have, I borrowed it from my cousin. And he taught me exactly how to do it. And he did it every week. And the other students, for 1 year, I did nothing. I was thinking, worrying, and analyzing. After a year, I did the hardest thing to do, get out of my head and say, he's making money. The system works. Let me just do what he says. I used to argue, debate, wonder, worry, analyze, stress. And in 1 year, I bought 11 properties, started with no money. Wow. I was making $6,000 a month. I took a year off. And then I went back, I bought 30 properties, 50, 100, 200, 500, almost 1,000. I've done over 2,500 deals using the same system he taught me pretty much. And works all over the world. I've done deals in Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, France, Spain, Germany, Italia, Italy, mostly US. It's easier here. Canada. We have students all over doing it. And it changed my life, my family's life. My goal was to buy one property a year. You have to set a goal. You have to get started. Most of our students, including me who do it, do better in their goals. I'm from a very poor, humble family in Nashville. I was never going to leave Nashville. I'm all over the world. So get started. When you get started, you never know where it takes you. But there it is. So that decision was get started, do it, and don't quit.
Ever. Never. Yaron has a question and Hannah has a question.
Yeah. And last thing I'll say before that, I've also written 18 books. People say to me all the time, I want to write a book. I'm like, great. Get a pencil out and some paper, start writing. Or if you have a computer, write a page. And the minute you get started and stop thinking and worrying, I believe if you like it, if it's for you, light, the universe, God, Hashem comes and helps you. And if you're thinking, worrying, and wondering, it's not a good place to be. So whatever you want to do, get started. Don't wait on anything.
I heard the podcast when you were saying that people, איך אומרים מקדש? מקדשים?
באיזה הקשר?
מקדשים את הפחדים והדרמות שלהם. כאילו סוגדים, celebrate their dramas and their fears. Instead of, you know, get focused on what you're good at.
Yeah. Everybody has a gift. I know what I'm not good at: accounting, engineering, computers. Every time I do that, I'm stressed. Everybody here has a gift. You're good at something. Do more of that and less of the other stuff.
Don't compare yourself. So, Yaron, what was your question?
No, basically, I just wanted to say something to answer a question, an earlier question in the chat of the starting capital. ההון העצמי ההתחלתי. If you are looking at something that Robert said, it was that his first initial investment was $40,000 in education, which he borrowed. Meaning
that was probably the hardest thing I ever did in my life, because my family was very poor. My cousins are very rich. You can look them up: Ken Shemin, Richard Shemin. And I borrowed $5,000 from my cousin Ken 3 years earlier and told him I'd pay him back in a year, and I never paid him back.
But that's the hardest. That's the hardest leverage you ever took, I assume.
It was one of the I think it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. It was horrible.
But basically, I wanted people to understand that the initial investment was in education, when in getting more knowledge, not basically as an own capital inside your first investment.
And by the way, that number, and by the way, it was crazy. And I asked him, I said, why is it so expensive? He said, because all the students make that on the first deal, pretty much, if you do the system. And I made it on my first deal. And the second thing is, at that time, my parents' house was worth $20,000, I think. So it was like, it'd be like me saying, you give me $5 million. You know, it was an unbelievable sum. It was huge. It was a giant leap, a giant jump.
Hannah is writing on the chat, it's scary to borrow when all your life you've been taught not to.
Oh, my parents taught me it was against the law, the Torah, the Bible. It's wrong. It's evil. To this day, I cannot tell most of my family what I do, because I have 30 credit cards. I've got mortgages. If I told my grandparents, if they were alive, they would kill me, that I have a bank debt, that I have credit cards. They literally, it went against everything I was taught. But the question is the mentality. It's a consumer mentality. You borrow money to buy a shirt or a clothes or a car that goes down in value. I only borrow money to make money. So I borrow money at 5% and make 20%. What does the bank do? Bank Hapolim, Bank of America takes your money, pays you nothing, 1%, and they loan it at 5% or 10%. Does the bank ever say, don't give me any more money? No, because they know what they're doing. I'm an investor. I know what I'm doing with the money. You can know. And if you want to give me 50, by the way, we had 12 investors here today. We just borrowed $3 million, and we're going to pay them 10%, and we're going to make 15%. They just left. You saw some of them. I'm always borrowing money. It's my job.
Borrow money is great. I think if you know, borrow money, yes, of course. If you want to make more money and you don't have it, Yaron, basically that's what he does, right?
On lower scales than Mr. Shemin, yes, but that's what I do.
We have to learn.
I still do houses for 40,000, 50,000. It's, you know, and by the way, I was scared to death for 5 years to do anything over 50, 100,000. I mean, it's frightening.
We don't have we don't have tool sheds in Israel for 40,000, 50,000.
I know Tel Aviv, 800,000 shekels get you a closet, but it's just
Something
numbers.
like that. Yeah, a chamber.
And by the way, I do want to say this. Most of my decisions in my life, the first 30 years, were made from fear. I'm scared to borrow money. I'm scared to start. I'm scared to leave the restaurant. I'm scared to do anything my parents don't want me to do. I'm scared to travel. I'm scared to go to Israel. They're going to shoot me in the airport. I'm scared to go to South America. They'll murder me. If you're making a decision based on fear, it's never a good decision. Make it on fact. And I always use example. I go to Israel every 90 days normally. I'll be there in May. I was there during the pandemic. I've been there 100 times. Every time I go to Israel, all my friends in America say, you're going to die. They shoot people in the airport. And if you make it out of the airport, a missile will land on your head. Israel's one of the safest countries in the world. I know you just had a horrible incident. I'm here in Medellin, Colombia. People that have never been to Medellin say never go to Medellin. I've been there 17 years. Look, no bullets, no kidnappings. It's safe as can be. And I go, here's very important. Where are you getting your information from? From 80s movies, television series, or someone who's never done it? Please, the biggest problem we have in all the business is people listen to people that have never done it. I've never been to Israel, don't go there. I've never done real estate, don't do real estate. I've never invested in America in real estate, don't do it. So whatever you do, life, psychology, religion, medicine, real estate, money especially, make sure they're experts. All you have to do is find success, copy, paste. That's it.
Basically, you answered most of my questions, so I have to improve.
Sorry.
Where in the... מה? אתה רוצה להגיד משהו, גלעד?
לא,
אתה יכול.
Robert is I am with this guy for 10 years. Now it's a family. I see Robert speak for 10,000 of people, and every time he say it differently, and he's like a channel, he's very present, and he give what he have. So sometimes I just listen to him and trying to be curious and ask really what I want to ask now. So Inbal, just feel free to ask him everything. I think
anything.
Okay.
Yeah, he's here for all the people here. You build amazing community of community managers. It's multiply the influence. That if we touch one of the people here, is a leader. So for Robert, it's
thank you, Gilad, and thank you for the opportunity in Bal. And thank all of you. You're helping people, teaching, educating. That's a big deal. We're of service. That's number one. Even though we talk about real estate and business and money, we're of service. We're here to help, spread the light, lift people up. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you, Gilad, for telling me that that's what everyone's doing.
And you're talking about it a lot, right? You're talking about working with other people that in this moment, in this life, in this new age, the new world, new business life, you can't succeed by yourself. You have to build yourself a net, right?
Yeah. Well, look at us right now. People go, well, how do you do business virtually? We have people here from all over the world, and you're in Israel, and I don't know where most of these people are. I'm in Medellin, and we're working together, and we see each other. We're talking. We do anything. Your market now is the world, and we can do, 1 + 1. I always tell people, what's 1 + 1? Very simple question. Inbal, what's 1 + 1? 2. No, it's 11. If you're with the right people,
my kids always say that, right?
If you're with the right people, he's good at finding deals. She's good at money. He's good at marketing. She's good at technology. She's good at, and they can be anywhere. She could be in the beach in Cancun. You're in Tel Aviv, and we get together with the right way. That's what I do. And Gilad does, thank God, with our community. And business is so much better, so much more fun, and so much more profitable. I used to do everything myself, and it's no fun. I made some money, but it was stressful. So with the right people, very important, the right mission. Let's throw that. I like the questions. Gilad wrote team, time, energy, abilities, money. Put it together. How did you survive the real estate crash? From Hannah.
Hannah.
Is that the next question?
I have more questions, but you can answer Hannah.
Hannah, ladies first.
Hannah, open your mic.
Yeah, I'm Hannah.
Hannah, where are you located, Hannah? FO?
I'm in Beit Shemesh.
Nice. I love your revitalize. We all need to revitalize.
Thanks.
So the real estate crash, I've survived 3 of them.
How?
How? I don't know. So it's very simple. First of all, there is no market. The media, which I'm part of, I apologize. So if you watch the media, it says in 2008-9, the whole real estate market in America crashed. That's all the news. For 3 months in the news was Corona. Now, then they had Ukraine last week. And yesterday was Will Smith punching an actor. That's all we see on the news today. I guess there's no more war. There's no more Corona. There's no more real estate market. You know, so the question is, where do you get your information from? So I was in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee, the market went up 10% the year of the crash. Because in America, like most places, like Israel, there is no real estate market. When there's a war in the north, the south keeps going, the north real estate slows down. When the war ends, the real estate goes back up. I studied Israel market. Tel Aviv, the central bus station, moves different than Gordon Beach. But Sheba, the new house, moves different than the old house in Farsaba. Which market? Even in Israel, a tiny place. America's 50 countries stuck together. So we do deals and we do micro markets. Some markets went down 30%. I was in some of them. My mentor system team, write that down, system team. If you have no system in business, very risky. If you have a bad team in business, very risky. My mentor said on every deal we do, we have plan A. We buy below market 20, 30, 40%. I'm going to fix it and sell it in 4 months. The market doesn't move. Plan B, if the market goes down, I'm going to rent it. The rent in this market should be in a bad market, 2,000. My costs are 1,200. I don't want to rent it, but I'm going to make money. That's exactly what happened to me in Vegas. I had 470 homes. Market went down 30%. I rented them for 3 years. I made money every month because we had plan B and plan C. Easy to get into a business. You need 3 ways out. Most people just say, I'm going to go in this business and everything's going to be great. We have plan A, plan B, plan C for if the market really goes down. We're prepared for it for ourselves, for an investor. So first of all, the market didn't go down everywhere. The crash wasn't everywhere. Even in Miami, where I lived, my condo on the beach, Portofino, went up 18% the year of the crash. Why? It was on the beach. 2 kilometers away, a mile away in Midtown Miami, they built 47,000 new condos for $300,000, sold them for $400,000. They sold to somebody for $600,000, and they went back down to $300,000 in 8 months.
Wow.
That was 2 kilometers. I didn't buy there. So we do micro markets. So we have to do one deal. So if you want to make money in real estate, you have to do one deal. Let me give you a bad example and answer the question. When I was 16 and a half, my girlfriend, Carol Cullop, broke up with me. It was one of the worst days of my life. I went to my grandmother, may she rest in peace, Nanny, and said, Nanny, the girl of my dreams broke up with me. We were together 2 years. I'll never find another girl. I'm done, finished. Life is over. My beautiful grandmother said, Robert, as I understand it, there's 6 billion people on the planet. About half are women. That's 3 billion. 14 million are Jewish or whatever. So all you have to do is find one. Is it possible for you out of all these people to find one? I said, I don't know. But I did. So there's 6.5 million real estate transactions in America this year. For you to make money, you have to find one. No market goes like this, just like the stock market. The stock market's down. Some markets are up, high tech, Bitcoin. Some stocks are down. It's not, we know the markets. We know the local markets. We do deals. And we have plan A, B, and C. How's that? Never lost money on a real estate deal since 1994.
Wow.
Why? Mentor, system, team, plan A, plan B, plan
I said,
C.
wow, but now we have a plan. Say it
We
again.
don't speculate. We don't buy market and go up. We're buying below market. We don't speculate. If you speculate, to buy stock, you have to pay full price and pray, hope that it goes up. We buy real estate below market and wait. Gilad, I think you came up with this. Toda, thank you. Gracias, mi amigo. He said, don't wait to buy real estate, buy the real estate the right way and wait. I wish all of you would have bought, I wish you would have bought every house in Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Miami, Nashville, 8, 10 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago. But we've
I
been
buy
waiting.
them on Monopoly in the meantime.
Yeah.
But I have a plan.
So-
I have a plan.
Great question, Hannah. I hope that answers a little bit.
I have another question.
Yes, thank you.
I have
Well done.
another a question, but I
shot.
would like to share something with you, with all of you. Most of my people here in the community, they know the story of this community. But I read about you, and
Uh-oh.
I think you will connect. No, I'm not in Yellowstone. Okay, so here's the thing. This community, which called סיירת מנכ"ל, the idea of it, my vision is to, I think when mature people can really do what they love and make money out of it, but really do what they love and help other people to do it as a community, a lot of kids will learn from them and just be what they were supposed to do when they were born, despite what, the teacher tell about them. I'm sorry, English make me hot. Okay, and I'm excited when I'm sad because it's the story of this is my vision. That's why I wake up in the morning. This is what I want to make. This is the future of my kids. Okay, so the plan of this your passion, right? As the plan of this community is when a lot of people do what they love and they teach other people do what they love. And you talk a lot about making money out of your knowledge. You told us your first investment was in your knowledge, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then I read something very interesting. Until the age of 18, a lot of grown-up people told you you have learning disabilities. That's what you knew about yourself, that you have learning disabilities, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't really, you're right, correct. But here are the words I use. Until I was 18, I never graduated high school. They threw me out of school. And it was a little more, now we're all politically correct. And you got to be careful with your words. But when I was growing up, I didn't speak till I was 10 and I couldn't walk. I had braces, so I didn't go to school. I had no friends. And I was around a lot of negativity. I'm sure a lot of people here grew up, or maybe, hope not now, have been around a lot of negativity, traumas. Everyone has trauma. So when I grew up, it wasn't that nice. They didn't use the word learning disability. They said I was retarded. They said, "What's wrong with you?" I'll never forget.
Wow.
Every time I was with my mom, everybody who saw us would go, "What's wrong with him?" When I go to school, "What's wrong with him? He can't do this. He can't do that." But thank God I had my grandmother who always was very positive. She was really the only very positive light in my life who said, "Don't listen to them." And I listened to her. When I was 18, after I got thrown out of school 4 times permanently, I didn't graduate. They sent me to a doctor, and the doctor said, "You have dyslexia. That's why you can't do these things." Nobody told me that until I was 18. So I have schools right now that I started for kids in Bangladesh, here in Colombia, for street kids. And we don't use words like that. So people come to us all the time and say, "I have this and I have that." They go, "Well, that's great. What are you good at? What do you like to do?" Because every kid, including me, they always told me what I couldn't do. I can't do computers. I can't do math. I can't do algebra. I can't do trigonometry. Okay, I can't. I didn't know why, because my brain works different. But what can I do? So they threw me out of the class. I go to the library and I read every book in the library. I'm a dyslexic that can read. I read every book in the library.
Wow.
That's what kept me alive. Every biography. That autodidact, that's was one of the names of Gilad's company. I've taught myself. And so everyone here and everyone you talk to is good at something. What are they good at? Most schools focus on what people can't do. So I hope that's kind of answering what you're talking about. And then when I was 18, it was like, wow, he has dyslexia. That's why he flunked out of school. So after that, things got better because I knew what the challenge was.
And
But I
then
didn't know.
And then what happened? What the thing that really made a difference in your life?
Well, for me, number one, I was very lucky. I didn't really pay attention to all that negativity. I mean, it wasn't pleasant. There were problems. And I focused on the good. I ran away and spent all the time with my grandmother. She really raised me. My home environment was extremely negative. I mean,
She was your first mentor, right?
yeah, I listened to her. I didn't attach to all the negativity. Sometimes I did, but what are you listening to? Who do you listen to? What are you attached to? And I was pretty happy and felt good because my grandmother, she said, Robert, you're great. Robert, enjoy life. Robert, don't worry. So that's what saved me. She literally saved my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I've always had people help me. I went to Israel when I was 17 by accident, and I had no money, and I was on the streets of Jerusalem with no food, no money. A woman named Lisa Treitman picked me up and fed me and helped me and taught me stuff. Then some rabbis grabbed me and helped me and taught me all kinds of stuff. So every time I was in trouble, someone always come and help me out. So that's what I do now is I help people.
I think you were surrounded by angels, Robert, that helped you.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's a great thing you said. I think we forget it because, you say a lot, no money, no money, no money. I think we hear it all the time and we compare ourselves to other people and we tell ourselves, okay, he has money, so we can do all this stuff and I cannot. I can't see my angel. You understand you have angels when you have money? No. You have to believe it all the time. I have another question. So we get into the age of 29, no money. I will say one thing
that's very important. And I had this attitude. I was always in trouble in school. They called
let's talk about it.
My mother was in school more than me to rescue me. They said, get your kid. You won't believe what your kid did. And she'd always say, not my angel. And I always say, school's good, education's good, be good. And I'm embarrassed for some of the things I did. I apologize to everybody. I ask forgiveness from all my teachers. But the kid that learns the most in school is the one that's in the most trouble. I learned how to get out of trouble and it changed my life. So
we have a statement to all mothers and fathers here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And, if everything was easy and I would have made good grades, I want to learn how to talk to people and how to, do things and move around. And our street kids, I help street kids here in Colombia. They're on the streets with no money, no food, 8, 10, 12, and they are business geniuses. Why? Because they've had to learn how to survive. And the kid in the best school with the MBA, they're smart and they know things, but these street kids know more about business sometimes and negotiating than the best PhD. So anyway, I was glad for that. It was a blessing that I had all those challenges. Thank God. I love challenges. That's how we learn. Gilad once said something that changed my life. He said, There's only success and learning. Most of us are scared to make a mistake and fail. That's how we learn. Success. There's only, right, Gilad? Only success and learning. Write that down. That's a great one that Gilad said.
Write everything down. Write everything down. Everything here is so priceless. So we get into the age of 29, no money, no connection, no experience. You took a trip around the world. Then what happened then?
No. When I was 29, I met my mentor. That changed everything. I started doing real estate. But until then, I had no money, no credit, nothing. Then 31, I started doing real estate. I started traveling. And then I said, well, if it works with 14 houses, 15 houses, it'll work with 30, 40, 50. Okay. And then I said, well, is there 50? We're sure with 100. So I was like a challenge. When you get to a level, what's the next level? I think the worst thing in life is to be comfortable. I don't ever want to be comfortable. I don't know if that answers your question or not.
It's answering everything. I feel like I'm only with you now. Everybody disappeared.
No, we're all listening, but you have to stay hungry all the time. I mean, you cannot be an entrepreneur if you want to, make a few steps and rest.
So a few years, I retired 3 times. And real quick, my mentor, Reb Chaim Daskal from Yerushalayim, Reb Chaim from Yerushalayim, who changed my life. One day, 12 years ago, I retired again. For Hannah, right before the crash, my mentor said, a very simple man. He said, Bobby, all these waitresses are buying houses with lines of credit. Doesn't seem natural to me. Market's really high. You should sell some of your things. And I sold some and retired. I traveled the world with my son and girlfriend. And after 11 months, I came back and had a meeting with Reb Chaim. He said, how you doing? I said, man, it's great. I've been on these resorts. I was in Italy, Greece, Europe. And he asked me a question that changed my life. Imbal, do you have children?
3.
You said it's how many?
3 children.
Oh, you're busy. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One
I
of
have
them
one
is
son.
9 years old, and I have twins, and 8 years old twins.
Twins. Have you
Yes.
joined the twin party? My girlfriend was a twin, and there's a twin party group. We used to go to the twin
Yeah.
parties.
I'm in a twin
Very
party.
fun. So anyway, you're busy.
Never
Mazel
ends.
tov.
Yes, thank you.
So my son at that time was about 15. And, he'd been traveling with me. We lived in Miami. We lived here. We traveled, living a the fantasy life. And I was a little bored. I was at these resorts, traveling around, not really working. And my mentor, Reb Chaim, my new mentor, I've always had mentors. I just talked to mine 2 hours ago for a minute, the new one, to take you to the next level. Reb Chaim asked me a question. He goes, so Robert, when your son goes to school with his friends and his friend says, what does your dad do? What does your mom do? Or your loved ones, what do you do? What does your son say? I said, Chaim, what a great question. I said, my son's 15. God knows what he's going to say. Remember when you were 15? So what do you think your son says to his friends? He goes, well, my son probably says to his friends, my dad has written 15 books. He did a lot of real estate. He sold it. He's retired, and we travel around and have fun. He goes, you should be very proud and happy. I said, thank you. Then he looked me in the eye and asked me a question and said, makes me a little bothered, good in a good way. He said, what would you want your son or your loved ones to say about what you do?
Wow.
And for the first time since 11, 12, when the lady cured me of my speech impediment, I didn't know the answer. I thought I was doing great. And I said, I don't know. He goes, well, what is something you've done in the last, this is for everybody, not just for me. He said, what's something you've done the last few months that you really felt great? Minute a day, you just had a great feeling. He said, my son and I went to a homeless shelter, and we donated some time. We spent a couple hours down there, and we helped some homeless people, and I donated some money, and I felt pretty good for a few minutes, a while. It's great. He goes, well, I got an opportunity. He goes, a friend of mine in Israel has a charity. They buy defibrillators, and they put them and they save lives. He goes, they need money. They are $2,000 a piece for the used ones. He goes, you're going to go back to work. You're not going to change anything. We had a way to account. Your income is going to go up 300%, and you're going to donate all your money to this charity. Now, this is very interesting. This guy has his own charity. He's a rabbi, a reb. He didn't ask for his charity. He asked for somebody else. He goes, always put other people first. I go, okay. So I asked, and he goes, ask your son about what to do with this charity, what he thinks. I said, my son's 15. He won't want to do charity work. He's 15. He likes girls, iPhones, sports, cars. Said, here's another big point. Don't think, ask. Don't assume anything. We always assume she would like it, he would like it. I went to my son. I was shocked. Said, hey, I was in my kooky rabbi friend. That's what he called him, with love. Says, we're going to do this charity thing, and I should ask you, do you want to help? I was expecting him to say, Dad, that's stupid. I have a football game. I'm going with my friends to meet some girls. He goes, Dad, I'm all in. He goes, I'll make money. I'll work. I'll help you. So we started the Alexander Shemin Foundation, and we both went to work, and we bought these defibrillators, and we had lunch with people, lives we saved. And I felt great. So I went back to work. My son got involved, and my income went up 300%. It was crazy because now you're doing what you love. You're motivated. When you're 100% in, nothing stops you. Most of us are 60, 70% in. Yeah, I like what I do. I'm going to work. My job's okay. We get bored. I was so excited. And so then I went back to work, do real estate and speaking, and I take the money and donate most of it to charity. And I feel better than ever. I'm more excited about business today than I was yesterday, last year, 10 years ago. But everybody's different. So every time I retire, I get bored and I have to do things, do more deals, do more stuff. So I hope that helps. What do you really love to do? What really makes you feel good? Do more of it.
I think we have to convince ourselves that feeling good is okay. This is the main issue.
I was brought up that it's not good, that you're supposed to suffer, and things are bad. And I always tell people, whatever you think, you're right. I say in every speech, no one can change the way you think. Maybe Tony Robbins, power. The only person who can change what you think is yourself, right? Whatever you think, you're right. If you think it's hard, it's hard. If you think it's easy, it's easy. If you think it's good, it's good.
This is this community is all about. Feel good, be proud, power,
Yeah.
inspiration. And we pretty much succeed, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, what does everybody say? Of service. I mean, you know, that's what you are. That's what I do. Whether you're teaching, helping, consulting, business, that's what makes us happy. You know.
When is your birthday?
June 10th, 1963. You do numbers?
You're Gemini.
Or astrology? Yeah, I do numbers. I'm a numerologist, but astrology is cool.
I knew you're a Gemini. Me too.
You know who invented it? It comes from Abraham wrote a book called the Book of Formation before the Bible. It's all about astrology. It's amazing.
I'm June
So
8th, Hannah said.
Are you June 8th?
I'm 31 of May. Hannah is June 8th.
Wait.
All of us,
We'll celebrate the
yeah,
whole
we're gonna
month.
have, yeah, let's do an electronic music festival, I said.
Yep.
When are you coming to Israel? Let's make a seminar.
No, I was just
Hey.
saying about this party. Robert already has a location. It's too bad to not
And
use it.
Robert, I'm a DJ.
No
Only
way.
saying, yes, I am a DJ.
You
Also,
play tech house beats. What do you like?
I like EDM, electronic dance music, and psytrance music.
One of my partners and good friends, DJ Tatiana Alvarez, was a top DJ. So she was with Skrillex, and I've been to quite a few festivals. It's crazy.
You
Fun.
went to
Let's do it.
Tomorrowland in Belgium?
I've been to what's the thing in Vegas? They have it in Israel. Been to Tomorrowland
Ultra.
once.
Ultra.
No,
No, the Ultra is on Miami.
Burning Man 3 times.
Burning Man. Wow. I
I've been
knew
EDM.
we have a lot to talk about, but let's talk
I
about
was EDM in
project.
Vegas 5 times. A music fest in Miami. I run, you know, always. Yep.
If you don't know what you love,
By the way, I
love
love
few
music.
things.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Everybody I know except me is in the music business.
do you want me to teach you
Teach me what?
being a DJ?
Let's do it.
I'm coming to the pool.
yeah. So when I went there, they because I'm not cool, I'm a real estate guy. I had to change my identity a little bit because I'm with these big DJs. So they put me in all black, and I changed my name to Robert the Raver.
This is
I didn't
huge.
talk about money and real estate.
is
You know,
huge.
that's like kind of cool, and you know everybody's rolling, and it was great.
Oh my God. I can
Yep.
see you. Robert, let's talk about Project X.
Project X, interesting.
X. I said
So-
X in Hebrew.
So, hey, Chad, come here for a minute. Yeah, are you on the phone? So, real quick history. This is Chad McCall. He's my head. Here's my goat. You see, come here. Come here. Hey. I don't know if you see my goat.
Seriously, you have a goat.
Of course. 2.
You have a goat by your pool, Robert.
Yeah. So, this is Chad McCall. So, 20 years ago, I was doing real estate, and you know, people would call me and ask me to teach them how to do it. And they'd ask me to speak at these big conferences. So I go to these big conferences and I meet these people that spend like 20, 30, 40 grand on these seminars in real estate. They would bring me to speak, and I'd ask them, I'll say, hey, how's it going? They go, great. I spent 20 grand. I got a mentor. I got some software. I got this, I got that. And I'd ask them a question. I said, well, how many deals have you closed? Have you made any money? They're like, no, I hadn't made any offers or deals, but I got a mentor, and I got a boot camp, and I got this program, and I got that book and that program. And I'm into results. So I started this thing called Project X in America 20 years ago, where we get people to do deals. This is Chad McCall, my head US coach. He's been with me how long?
20 years.
20 years. We do what we say. He's got how many deals right now?
52.
52. He's closing amazing. He comes to Israel too, or taught. And so we do it in America. So 10 years ago, Gilad's partner and good friend of mine, Arit Nachtami Gordon, sent me a Facebook. She said, come to Israel and speak. And I'm like, I put it in my secretary, my assistant. Well, when? What's the contract? How much? Robert's busy. And she just kept writing in Hebrew and English, come to Israel and speak. Don't worry. When people say don't worry, start to worry, right?
Yes, definitely.
So I was going to Israel anyway, and I said, what's the worst that can happen? We had no contract. I had no idea what she was going to do. I'm convinced I was going to fly to Israel, which I go to anyway. She'd put me in a basement with 3 crazy people, and I'd give a one-day speech. And I'm speaking to 50,000 people. There's no money, no contract, nothing. But I didn't care. Adventure. So I said, she sounds nice. So I went. And Gilad knows her. We're now all partners with Gilad Arizari. We went 10 years ago. We had 8 people. It was great. Then she gave me another suite of 200. Then she put me on TV, radio. She made me a star in Israel, and I love her. She's the heart of our group. And we now have, 1,800, 1,500 students, investors in Israel, Gilad?
Almost 2,000. Almost 2,000.
Yeah, and they're closing like 200 to 500 deals a month in the U.S., which is unheard of. They do more than the U.S. Project X.
Some of them are here.
Most are. Some their English is good, some not. But here's the point. So I started this program called Project X. We do it in Spanish now too. We went to Russia and we did Africa from Israel. And we teach people step by step how to do it, but it's more than that. It's a community of collaboration. So once you're in the community, you never leave in a good way. You know, most courses after, a year, you're done. Goodbye. Here's your book. Here's your course. So we have this amazing community, and 60, 70% of the deals are done in the community through collaboration. So Chad finds a deal, I find the money. Shlomo has money, but he don't want to work so hard. He puts the money with Orit, and they close a deal, and it's exponential. It's fun. Now, you don't have to collaborate, but we do. And all the mentors, just like Chad, we're in Project X. Now the students are teachers. So we use see, do, teach. You see what to do, how to find the money, how to find the deal, how to make the call. We do it over and over again. Then you do it with the help of a mentor. And then if you want to, you teach it. So we have this like really positive, self-sustaining community that's grown exponentially. It's amazing. And I give a lot of credit to my Israeli partners. And we do business, we have fun, we give back, and it works. And there's a community in America now, there's a connection, and we never close the community. So the students that joined 10, 15 years ago are still in the community, and the questions change. So we do that, and Israel's been going well. We do it virtually, we do it live, and it's for people, a lot of beginners come in who have no experience. We show them how to do it. We have some people that have been burned in deals. They didn't do so well. They didn't have a system or teacher or mentor. And they have some very advanced people that come in. And, most are part-time. And really what we're doing is changing lives through real estate, through business. And the last thing I want to say about it, I'll take questions, is it's not for everybody. But what makes me so happy is 99% of the students that come in, they say, okay, I do some real estate. And after 3 months or 2 months of the mentoring, training live, recorded, we take everyone's excuses away. We have it virtual, we have it live, we have it recorded. So if you're busy, you can do it. We have soldiers, generals, we have single moms, doctors doing it. Everybody's busy. We take all the excuses away. I don't have the money. We should have found the money. Anyway, the thing I'm most proud of is, and Gilad will say this too, almost all the students after 30, 40 days come to us and say, I'm getting the real estate thing. I've got some deals under contract. It's going well. But my other business, most of my other business or jobs, I'm doing better there. The revenue's up. I'm communicating better with my mother, my father, my kid, my wife, my boyfriend, my husband. Because, what is business? It's people, whether it's real estate. So the first thing we do is teach relationship. When we call in a deal, it's not about the deal, relationship. There's a purse behind the bank.
Relationship, right.
We're to help people. And that's the thing I'm most proud of, is we really do change people's lives and how to communicate better, how to organize better, time management better, but we do with real estate, and they're making money. And some are making lots. I have students that have done more deals than me, like Chad, or people that have worked with me that, people in Israel.
And the goat.
Yeah. And
what's the story of your goat?
So I love animals. I have 60 animals here.
60?
Yeah.
Or 16?
Oh, by the way, I live here for free.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I live in Columbia, Miami, and here's what I always do. I always find a motivated seller who has a property below market, and I do what's called owner financing. This is a little more advanced. So this house was empty for 2 years. The pool was black. It was filthy. Things didn't really work. It was just dirty. A very wealthy woman had it, and I went to her. And I'm open about money. I have no qualms about money. So here in Medellin, this house is worth about $1.8 million. How do I know that? I just call people. I follow a system. I don't think. So I called 3 realtors who sell nice houses in the best neighborhood called San Lucas and Poblado, Medellin. And they said it's about worth $1.8 million if it's fixed up, but it needs work. So it needed work. So I sent 2 contractors, numbers. The work was about $12,000, $15,000, paint, clean, fix some things. It'd be a lot more in America. Things here are very cheap. And the lady said, I'll sell it to you for $890,000. I don't know where she came with that number. I said, well, it needs work. It's empty and it's hard to go to the bank here. So she gave me owner financing. I pay about $4,500 a month. It's not rent. She's giving me the financing, not the bank. And I pay $4,500 a month about, and I'm paying it off. I gave her no deposit because I said I have to fix the house. So instead of giving you money, like a bank deposit for the lender, I gave her the money. And anyway, so I pay it off and I Airbnb it 5 nights a month for $1,000 to $3,000 a day. It's 15,000 square feet. It has you can do weddings up there. It has a river, a little pond, and they do weddings here, bar mitzvahs, they do corporate retreats, they do fashion shoots, and they don't even sleep here. So in Miami, I have a penthouse condo that I would do the same thing with. I'd rent it 7 nights a month while I'm traveling, and I live for free. I actually get paid to live here.
Wow.
By the way, I'm not a Colombian citizen. So I have no credit here. I don't have.
When I grow up, I want to be Robert Shemin.
Well, it's education. I didn't know you could do owner financing. My mentor taught me. I didn't know people sold, these are very successful, wealthy people. She gave me this house 40% below market. She knows what she's doing.
Wow.
Not taking advantage of it. He was sitting here. Her motivation is she has too much money. She has 80 properties. So she didn't care. It's like you throwing out some shoes. So, if someone had told me 20, 15 years ago, I'd live in a mansion in Colombia, I'd be like, what? It's impossible. All the realtors here said no one does owner financing because they don't do it. Same in Miami. We had a penthouse in Miami. Now we have another condo. So we rented a couple nights a month. Here's the crazy part for Music Fest. You know Music Fest, right?
Right.
In Miami, I rented my condo for $30,000 for 3 days. So that paid for 3 months of my condo in Miami. So again, there's always a better way. I was taught, save your money, buy for cash a house, or go to the bank. You have to have perfect credit, a big deposit. Maybe the bank will give you a loan and you buy a house at full price. Okay.
Oh, I see the goat behind you.
Yeah, that's cappuccino.
No, it's not true.
But I do have a problem here at the house.
You have a problem with the house?
I have a problem.
Wow,
I don't like the word
sorry
like
for
challenges.
you.
So we have a chair that picks up street kids, and now we're saving rabbits. Somebody got the word out that Robert has a farm and I have a rabbit. I can't take care
I
of
have
rabbit.
rabbits in my living room.
Why?
Because my kids want them.
Well, so everyone, these kids, the kids get the rabbit, they can't take care of it. So I said, I'll save your rabbit. He can live here with me. We'll feed him. We'll take care of him. So I got 8 rabbits. In 3 months, the rabbits, they said they were boys. One was a girl. Now I have 60 rabbits. Mathematically, in 6 months, I could have 800 rabbits.
And there you have another goat.
That's nieve, snow in Spanish.
No, this is amazing.
Nothing was preparing in Bell for the goats.
No.
Yeah. But we got Nieve when he was dead, the big one. We saved him. He was dead. He couldn't walk.
Wow.
Couldn't talk, kind of like me. And we fed him and we're positive. Oh, look, I see Hannah's a child. Hello. Makore, Mashlomech. How are you? It's okay. We have peacocks. We have 2 parrots, and we have sheep, and we have fish, and we have chickens, and geese, and ducks, whatever you want. We got 6 cats that live under my house and 2 dogs.
Oh, I love the animals' energy. I understand what you're talking about. 15 minutes to go. We have 2 students of you here. Where is Omri and Keren? Omri?
Omri.
Keren, Rega, I need to...
Good to see you. Been a while.
Hi, shalom, Robert.
Shalom.
בוא נוסיף אותך עלינו, עמרי.
Always pleasure to hear you, and here as wisdom speaks and the potentials of living in a big way. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. We're all free. We can live wherever. I love Israel. I love coming there. So thank you for being here. And how's things going for you, Henri? Good?
Yeah. Actually, we're about to do our first refinance for 4 properties that we bought this year.
וואו.
4. What city are you working in
Wow.
America? What
In
city?
Milwaukee.
So if you ever would have thought the
Milwaukee.
first day you came to projects, you'll be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, what would you have said? I'm going to buy houses in Milwaukee. Do you even know where it was?
No, but actually this year they won the NBA championship. Maybe it's a good sign. After
I'll let you go. I want you to talk, but one quick second. My favorite thing in projects, Ed Dunn, he bought housing, I think in Atlanta, or some student did, and he bought it, made money, and then after he bought it, made money, he called me, goes, Robert, where is Atlanta?
yeah, exactly.
I love that. Anyway, I love that the Israelis are like, they're buying property. They don't even know where the city is, what it does, because it's a system, it works. So please, I don't know how you want to do it, Gilad, in Ivrit, English, Espanol, Francais, Ruski.
Whatever Inbal wants, it's our community.
Inbal, yalla.
דבר בעברית, עמרי.
לדבר
בבקשה,
בעברית.
יאללה.
אוקיי, אז כן, אני נרשמתי עם חבר לפרויקט X, אחרי שמאוד התרשמתי מפרויקט X, אבל עם החבר הזה הדרכים שלנו לא התחברו, למדנו את הסיסטם והכל והגיעה הקורונה, ומה שבפרויקט הזה זה באמת זה קהילה מאוד חזקה, יש מנטור, שאנחנו פתאום הגיעה הקורונה, אז כבר לא נפגשנו פנים מול פנים, זה הכל קרה בקורונה, אז נפגשנו בזום, ויש גם מישהי שמנטורית מנטלית, ומישהי שעוברת איתך על החוזים, ואתה ממש מרגיש שכאילו לוקחים אותך יד ביד, לא היה לי רקע בנדל"ן בכלל, ואחרי שלא הצטדר לי עם החבר, פנה אליי מישהו דרך המנטור, כאילו חיבר עם עוד מישהו מהפרויקט, שגם הוא לא הסתדר לו עם השותף, פשוט זה היה וייבים אחרים, ולנו זה עבד מעולה, ובאמת לפי השיטה, מלמדים אותך את השיטה, המערכת לימוד בפרויקט היא מדהימה, כאילו כל שאלה, כל דבר, זמינות, בוואטסאפ, ממש אני מרגיש כאילו שיש אמא ואבא ומישהו שהולך איתך יד ביד, ואז שאנחנו מתחילים להגיש הרבה חוזים לעסקאות והכל מהמחשב, אתה לומד את המערכות לימוד ומסתכל, לא הכרתי את מילווקי, אבל אתה מסתכל בגוגל מאפ ונוסע כאילו בתוך הרחוב וככה לומד את העיר, ויש הרבה דברים שמלמדים אותך איך ללמוד את השוק, עושה הרבה טלפונים למתווכים ולמנהלי נכסים וזומים ודברים מתחילים לקרות, כאילו כמו שרוברט אמר, זה פשוט to show up, כאילו צעד צעד ועושים את זה, צעד צעד לפי משימות, יש משימות מאוד מוגדרות, וזה בתמיכה גם של ראש הפירמידה, אפילו גם גלעד, יש לו חלק, כאילו הוא מכיר, ואני מרגיש בנוח גם למנטור אחר להתקשר, ולגלעד ממש קהילה מאוד חזקה, לא הכרתי דבר כזה, ובאמת לא היינו במילווקי, לא אני ולא השותף של לירון, אנחנו קנינו מתחת למחיר השוק, אנחנו מאוד מרוצים מהעסקאות, ונכנס לנו כסף לחשבון, ואני מושך את זה לארץ, וקנינו 4 בתים, ועכשיו אנחנו עולים שלב, ככה אני מרגיש שאנחנו פשוט הולכים לקחת כסף מבנק, ובכסף הזה אנחנו יודעים את המספרים, ואנחנו נקנה עוד בתים, ונחזיר את ההלוואה, וישאר לנו תזרים חיובי, וגם הערך של הבתים, אנחנו צופים שהוא ימשיך לעלות. כן, אז זה תחום חדש, אותי זה מלהיב, יש בזה הרבה כסף והרבה פוטנציאל, וחוץ מזה, אני רוצה גם להתייחס לעניין רגשי מנטלי, שזה תהליך מאוד גדול שעברתי בפרויקט, כי יש הרבה תכנים רגשיים מנטליים, להתמודד עם דברים גם עם אנשים, וגם כאילו תכנים שיש וובינרים כל הזמן עם אנשים מומחים, אני מאוד ממליץ, ואני מרגיש גם ויש בפייסבוק כל הזמן עולות עסקאות, אז כאילו אני מאוד מרוצה מפרויקט X ומרגיש שייך לקהילה, ותודה גלעד. רוברט, thank you very much. You helped me a lot in my life. You don't know that, but
Now it
you
does.
did it. Thank you.
עומרי, you have a surprise here. זה קרה הרגע. You know יניב משה?
כן.
אז הוא פה. ראית אותו?
כן.
חבר ילדות. איזה קטעים. This community is amazing. Every day is a surprise.
I'm so excited for your new houses. Congratulations. Makes me happy. Feel like a proud daddy.
Thanks.
You should,
Yes.
Robert. This is your dream come true every day. You helping families, you helping kids. In Israel, it's special.
I get so excited when I hear his deals on the students. I get more excited than for my deals. It's fun. And we're having fun. You got to have fun.
Okay,
People take
Gilad.
themselves so seriously. Gilad.
Amazing. So
Let's do a closure.
I'm muy bien. Yo estoy emocionado. Gracias por todo.
I'll translate. I'm very excited and excited to be here. Everything.
In Hebrew.
And thank you for everything.
So first thing, הדבר הראשון, אני רוצה להגיד המון תודה לענבל. את ענבל הכרתי דרך זה שזכיתי דאבל מינינג להיות בקורס מנכ"לים. אמנם אני מאוד עמוס ולא הצלחתי לממש את הזכות, אבל זה יקרה. ובשיעור הראשון שהגעתי אמרתי איזה קטע, זה כאילו זה ממש כמו פרויקט X. וכשמתחברים לתדר מסוים, שזה תדר של שליחות, שבה אתה מבין מה המתנה שלך לעולם, למי אתה רוצה לתת אותה, ואתה הולך על זה בכל הכוח, זה פשוט עובד. והשינוי מגיע מהמקום שבו אין יותר את הקול ששואל האם אני משקיע לשווא את הזמן, אנרגיה, כסף שלי, אלא זה רק עניין של זמן. זאת אומרת, אני נותן את ההשתדלות, את 100% שלי, ומודע לזה שהבורא, היקום, שמתי את הזרע, אני דואג לתנאים, אני דואג להשקות אותו, אני לא יודע ב100% מתי זה יצמח. ולכן אני צריך לדאוג בצורה כזאת או אחרת לאיזושהי הכנסה, יותר יציבה, יותר קבועה, זה נקרא נתיב השוטף, אנחנו קוראים לזה. ולכן צריך כל הזמן לפתח את נתיב הפיתוח שלך, אם זה כמנהל קהילה, ואם זה בסופו של דבר ליצור לעצמך ערוץ הכנסות נוסף, שבעתיד יכול להיות גם ההכנסה העיקרית ואתה פנוי לגמרי להשפעה או להמשיך לעשות את מה שאתה עושה. ובשביל זה הקמנו את פרויקט X, רק שעה לספר את הסיפור שבכלל איך הכרנו את רוברט ומה קרה שם, וזה ענבל אני אשמח להזדמנות אחרת. אני רוצה לשתף אתכם, אם נהניתם באמת בשעה האחרונה עם רוברט. רוברט, you remember next Monday, 6:30? We have a 3 hours party. אז בשני הבא נשתף מסך עוד רגע, שני הבא יש לנו מאסטר קלאס, שזה בעצם בעברית כיתת אומן, 3 שעות, שעכשיו שמעתם את הסיפור ככה בצורה יותר רחבה ויותר בגדול, אנחנו קוראים לזה התרגול החודשי, יש לנו קהילה שנקראת עושים גם נדל"ן, שזה קהילת רום פרויקט X, שגם יש שם שיעור שבועי שברגע זה במקביל לשיעור שבועי, בימי רביעי ב8, אז יצא ככה מעניין שזה במקביל, ומעבר לשיעור השבועי אנחנו עושים איזשהו תרגול חודשי, כיתת אומן עם רוברט, שממש עוברים על השיטה כדי שתוכלו כבר ממש להרגיש, לעשות את הצעד הראשון, וממש כמו סימולטור, גם עושים תרגיל למציאת עסקה, עם רווח פוטנציאלי של $5,000, ומוצאים אנשי קשר, כן, בסדנה של 3 שעות, ורוברט אחרי זה מתקשר לאנשי קשר שמצאתם. זה מופע סטנדאפ מטורף לראות את רוברט מתקשר לאנשים. Robert, remember that you called for the contact, that people find the contact, the numbers. It was crazy.
Yeah, so you'll find a deal, we'll call on it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Best way to learn is to do. Be all about doing.
Exactly. So I will show the slide just to go over. We are celebrating, אנחנו חוגגים 10 שנים של פעילות באפריל, אז זה סוג של שנה של חגיגת עשור, זה ממש מרגש. ובשלוש שעות אנחנו נדבר על השפעת האירועים האחרונים על הכלכלה הגלובלית, זאת אומרת אנחנו לא רק מסתכלים על הנדל"ן, אלא בכלל קצת להבין את העולם הפיננסי, בשביל שתבינו איך אתם מנהלים גם את הכסף, את ההון שיש לכם, ואם אין לכם, איך אתם מתכננים לגייס את הכסף, למנף את החוזקות שלכם, בשביל בסופו של דבר להתחבר עם עוד אנשים, איך למצוא עסקאות, אנחנו אומרים מתחת למחיר השוק, כי כמו שרוברט אמר, we don't do market, we do deals, כלומר איך למצוא את המיקרו-מרקט, את המקומות הספציפיים שאתם יכולים להשיג עסקאות, איך לבנות את הנבחרת ומי אמור להיות בצוות שלכם. השיטה שאנחנו מדברים עליה, שיטת fast, fast זה לא מהר, זה find, analyze, system, turn into profit, וככה חוזרים על זה שוב ושוב. ננתח עסקאות ממש לאחרונה, כדי שתראו כל מיני עסקאות, שתבינו מאלף עד תף איך עובדת עסקה, איך מוצאים אותה, מהם המספרים שצריך לראות, איך מנתחים אותם. נצא לברקאוט רום כאלה, שממש אתם עובדים עם המנטורים של פרויקט איקס. מנטורים זה בוגרים שעשו מעל 10 עסקאות לפחות מינימום, ועם 1.5 ניסיון, אז זה ממש כיף לעבוד איתם. וכמו שאמרתי, רוברט מדבר ליצור קשרים פוטנציאליים, זה חוויה בפני עצמה. את הסיפור האישי כבר שמעתם, תוכלו לשמוע את זה מעוד זוויות, וכמובן אנחנו תמיד נשארים עד אחרון השאלות. פעם אחרונה נשארנו ממש הרבה, כי זה באמת שליחות וכיף, אנחנו מתמלאים באנרגיה, ורוצים בסופו של דבר לעזור לאנשים להיות גם בנקודה הזאת, איזו מין נקודה כזאת, שאתה מבין למה קרה לי כל מה שקרה לי בחיים. זה קרה כי יש לי את האקדמיה הפרטית שלי, שעברתי את כל הטראומות ואת כל הבעיות, בשביל שיהיה לי איזשהו כלים, מיומנויות וידע ספציפיים שאין עוד לאף אחד בעולם, יש לכם את המתנה הייחודית שלכם. ולראות את האנשים מגשימים את זה דרך נדל"ן, שזה בעצם כלי שהוא ליצירת כסף, אבל שהוא מאפשר ביטוי עצמי, הגשמה, שיתופי פעולה והשפעה, זה מרגש ברמות שקשה לתאר, ובגלל זה אנחנו עדיין כאן, אנחנו רואים את עצמנו, מה שנקרא, עוד להמון שנים, בעשור האחרון כמעט 2,000 ישראלים, לאחרונה פתחנו גם סניף בברוקלין, במיוחד של חרדים, חוף השנהב פותחים מחזור שני, אנחנו קוראים לזה להיות איך קוראים לאלה שבנו את התשתיות באפריקה? ברח לי השם. אז במקום לבנות את התשתיות, לבנות את התשתית של התודעה. האפריקאים כאלה מדהימים, אתם צריכים לראות אותם. אין להם התנגדויות של המערב. סולל בונה בדיוק, הסולל בונה של התודעה, כך אנחנו קוראים לזה, והם מאוד אהבו את הרעיון הזה, שבמקום לבנות את החומר, לבנות את התודעה, ואני שיקפתי להם, חברים, אני רוצה להביא אתכם למערביים ולא להפך. אני לא אמרתי להם, אין לי מה ללמד אתכם, יש בכם משהו מאוד שבטי שאני מנסה לחכות. תהיו אתם, ובואו נתחבר ביחד. המערבים יש להם איזושהי חשיבה אולי סיסטמטית ומשאבים, אבל יש להם את הקולבריישן בצורה שאפילו המוצר עבר אדפטציה, ש5 קונים יחידת לימוד, כי הם פשוט זה נורא טבעי להם. את הישראלים אנחנו צריכים לעשות קורס מקדים, נקרא מסלול המראה, אני מנחה אותו כמנטור המנטלי של התוכנית, להבין במה אתה חזק, איך מתקשרים עם האחר בשביל להתחבר, זאת אומרת, ממש מלמד שבטיות. אז זה מדהים לראות את האפריקאים ולראות את החרדים מצד אחד, שהם גם קהילה מאוד שיתופית ומעניינת, והחזון הוא באמת לחבר אנשים סביב פרויקט יזמי, שבמקרה זה גם נדל"ן, בגלל זה אנחנו אומרים עושים גם נדל"ן. אז ענבל, פרסמת פה את הקישור?
שמתי את הקישור, אני אשים אותו עוד, כי יש לכם כבר שאלות על זה. שואלים קודם כל עם הסדנה באנגלית, גילה, אתה לא יכול לראות את השאלה, שאלו אותי בפרטי.
אוקיי, אז הסדנה, אני אדבר בעברית, אני עושה פינג פונג עם רוברט, רוברט מדבר באנגלית, יש לה מנטורית שמתרגמת בעברית את מה שרוברט אומר בצ'אט, ואני עוצר אחת לכמה זמן ומסביר את זה ככה בעברית. כדאי לדעת אנגלית באופן כללי בשביל לעשות נדל"ן בארצות הברית, אבל בהחלט מי שיהיה נוכח, גם יקבל איזשהו סוג של תרגום בצ'אט וגם תרגום שלי, לעקרונות היזמים שעל פיהם אנחנו פועלים, ואני מאמין שהוא יוכל להבין ולהתערם מזה.
Robert, you understand everything Gilad says, right?
קצת עברית.
Yeah, you understand.
ככה.
כי הוא מעניין.
עבדתי.
אפשר לשאול שאלה?
בטח.
יש, מי מלווה את הנושא של המיסוי בארץ או במקום ההשקעה, במקום שמשקיעים בו, בכל המערכת?
שאלה מצוינת. כחלק מהתהליך, אתם לומדים להיות יזמים, שזה השינוי הכי משמעותי, שצריך למצוא את האנשים הכי טובים בכל דבר. אנחנו נותנים איזה שהם המלצות, למרות שאנחנו לא אוהבים את זה, אנחנו רוצים ללמד אתכם לדוג, אבל יש כל מיני עורכי דין מטעם הפרויקט שאנחנו ממליצים עליהם, רואי חשבון, שכל אחד זה נורא אישי בנושא של המיסוי, יש אפשרות לעשות השלמה ל-25% או 15%, אם יש לך עוד השקעות, אם יש לך עסק, עושה התאמות מס, יש כל כך הרבה דברים. אנחנו מלמדים את זה, אבל לא מלמדים את זה ברמה שאתה צריך לדעת להיות רואה חשבון, אלא איך למצוא את הרואה חשבון הכי טוב, וגם איך להבין את האסטרטגיית מיסוי שתהיה טובה לך. בגדול, רוברט מלמד איך לא לשלם מס, אבל זה בצורה יצירתית בסופו של דבר.
It's a mitzvah.
Yeah. So you pay taxes, and Robert said, I want to pay taxes from $5 million this year. It's the best way to... בקיצור, צריך לשלם מיסים. את כל הנושא של עריכת דין ומיסוי, יש את האנשי מקצוע. בכל מקום אנחנו ממליצים בדרך כלל גם על אזורי עבודה מסוימים, שאז אנחנו מכירים, ואז אפשר להתקדם. זה יותר קל למי שאזרח ארצות הברית. כן ולא. זאת אומרת, מי שאזרח ארצות הברית אז יכול לקבל איזשהם הלוואות, משכנתה וכל מיני דברים כאלה, אבל אנחנו מביאים לישראלים גם פתרונות כאלה, USA mortgages, שזה בעצם הלוואות ללא אזרחים אמריקאים. מבחינת החוקיות, שוב, יש ישראלים שהם גם אזרחים אמריקאים, לא ראיתי איזשהו יתרון יוצא דופן, אבל שוב, ברגע שיש יתרונות, אז יש את השיתופי פעולה, היתרונות של האזרח האמריקאי, אל מול היתרונות של הישראלי. רעיון הוא למנף חוזקות. זה המיקוד. אחד, לזהות את החוזקות, שזה בפני עצמו תהליך. השני, זה לדעת לזהות חוזקות של אחרים, להיות במקום של להעצים, להתחבר, ולהתקדם ביחד. הן ברמה הלימודית והן ברמה העסקית. הלימודים הם מאוד מאוד מעשיים. זאת אומרת, זה לא עכשיו אני אלמד את כל החומר, אני ארגיש מוכן ואני אצא לשטח. המשימה הראשונה היא לצאת לשטח. אנחנו מעודדים לטעות. רוברט אמר קודם על המשפט שאני אומר, כשאנחנו עושים פעולה, אז או שלמדנו, למדנו איך לא, למדנו איך אפשר להשתפר, או שהצלחנו ואז אנחנו מתקדמים הלאה. כל הלימוד הוא כל הזמן מבוסס משימות. זה אינסופי גם, כי גם כשאתם עושים עסקה, אז אנחנו עוברים מעסקה לעסק. זאת אומרת, זה משחק שהוא אינסופי וכל אחד יכול להתקדם בו עד כמה שיש לו זמן פנוי להשקיע בזה. אני אוהב מאוד לראות את השילוב דווקא. אנשים שלוקחים את הנדל"ן לתוך הקהילות הקיימות שלהם, למשל, נגיד אנשים שמאמנים, אז הם יכולים, מה שנקרא, ליצור קהילה של משקיעים, אבל שהערך המוסף הוא אימון, ואז זה העצמה באמצעות השקעות. זאת אומרת, הדבר הכי יפה הוא לראות איך אתה לוקח את מי שאתה כבר, אתה לא משתנה, אתה רק ממנף את זה, ומחבר לזה פשוט עוד דברים שמשלימים ומאפשרים בעצם בעולם הקהילות, זה נקרא מוניטיזציה, כלומר, לא רק שאתה מייצר כסף, אלא גם הקהילה שיצרת, שהיא אפילו בתחום מסוים, יש לך פה עוד משהו שמאפשר איזושהי מוניטיזציה
אתה כל כך ממנף לי את כל מה שאנחנו לומדים פה, בייחוד באתגר של שבוע שעבר, והשבוע זה אתגר של סטורי טיילינג, שאתם בעצם...
מה? חבר'ה, יסגרו מיקרופון.
כן.
כנחים איתו.
ענבל, את קופאת אצלי או ש...
לא, ענבל קטועה כרגע. ענבל לא שומעים אותך ולא רואים.
אני קופאת.
Try to improve your signal.
I think she's trying to communicate with Morse.
לא, הנה, אני פה.
אוקיי.
כן, כן, עכשיו שומעים מעולה.
This is my rabbits, they ate the cables.
Oh.
Everything okay?
Yeah, so Robert, I'm so glad that you came
We'll
to
change the net.
change the net and I will chat
Okay.
till you have the community.
The rabbits ate my homework. No, they just ate my cables and my headphones.
הכל.זה. It's all good.
הכל.זה. טוב, רוברט שיימין, תודה רבה, 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 רבה. What do you want to say, you know? The last sentence of the night.
I don't like this part. I want to say I'll see you soon. And I want to say to all of you, first of all, Iqbal, thank you so much for having me. What a great honor. It was fun. You make it so easy. Thank you, Gilad. And to all the people here, I know a lot of you are coaches, mentors, helpers, community managers. You're doing great work helping people. I want to wish you, your family, your community, the most important thing, health, health, health. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
And keep smiling. And I hope all your prayers and wishes come true at the speed of light, whatever they may be. I look forward to seeing you. Let us know how we can help you in any way. Thank you for having me. What a great honor. Without you, we're not here. So, as we say in Nashville, Tennessee, Laila Tov, y'all.
לילה טוב, יואל. תודה, גלעד. תודה, ירון בלום. חברים, אנחנו פותחים...
Good to see you again, Robert. It's a great pleasure to hear you speak. Great pleasure to hear you speak.
Thank you, David.
Definitely.
Mosifa cool. Danke schön. Spasiba kruta.
כל השפות ויש הרבה. Okay, people, we're on the WhatsApp chat if you want to speak, if you want to say what you got from this amazing session today. So we'll be, Gilad and me, we're going to be on the chat, and ירון too. ירון, תודה רבה. זהו, אני סיימתי מאנגלית להיום. לילה טוב.
Thank you very much.
ביי ביי. ביי חברים, תודה. תודה רבה.
תודה.
Good evening, y'all.
Mil gracias.
כויח.
ענבל, תודה.
באהבה רבה. אתם רואים? למדת דברים חכמים בקורס.
זה לא רק זה, זה פתאום להבין זה פתאום להבין שדברים שהוא אמר, את חיה אותם בעולם שלך, כי אם את תקשיבי לרעשים, את פשוט תהיי תקועה, את תקשיבי לפחדים, לכל החסמים, ואחד הדברים שאני יוצאת מפה, שכדי להצליח, אתה צריך לשבור הרבה כללים וחוקים.
וביחד, ועם קהילה. את תשברי אותם ואת גם תלמדי אותם, ואת כל הזמן מוזנת, כל הזמן את מוזנת, והידע שלך כל הזמן עובר שיתוף ועובר הלאה, וזה מאוד מאוד מעצים. אני הולכת לילדים
ליאון לייק. אפשר לשאול משהו שעדיין גלעד, אפשר?
כן, אני...
עכשיו, את כל הפרויקטים האלה מסביב לעולם, בסדר, בארצות הברית אז זה מרוכז, זה יש לכם, אבל מסביב לכל העולם, אני למשל קניתי בית ביוון, יש לנו עוד בית שאולי נמכור אותו בהונגריה, לא, אבל איך אתה מוצא אותו? זה במקרה דברים משפחתיים, אבל איך אתם מוצאים דרך הקהילה את כל הפרויקטים במדינות אחרות?
אנחנו מלמדים?
לא, אתם מלמדים.
אני אומר, אנחנו מלמדים לא משנה איפה, איך אתה יוצר קשר עם אנשים מקומיים, הם יכולים להיות ישראלים או מקומיים, איך להסביר להם מה אתה מחפש ואיך אתה רוצה לבנות את הצוות שלך, ואתה מבקש מהם שיכווינו אותך, שיתנו לך עסקאות, הזדמנויות שהם מוצאים. אתה בונה עוד אנשים בצוות שיעזרו לך לבדוק את העסקה, אחרי זה לנהל את השיפוץ, לנהל את הדיירים. זה לא משנה איפה זה בעולם, זה אותם עקרונות יזמיים. הדבר המשמעותי ביותר הוא בניית הקשרים המקומיים. ברגע שהקהילה עובדת באזור מסוים, אז כבר הם חולקים גם את האנשים המקומיים. חולקים מידע, אנשי קשר, קבלנים, חברות ניהול. זה הנטוורק. אז אנשים עושים בפורטוגל, ביוון, זה לא משנה איפה, הם באים ופשוט מתחילים לבנות את הצוות המקומי שלהם. זה הסוד הגדול.
אוקיי, זה נהדר, כי אני יודעת, בכל מדינה יש חוקים אחרים, ואז אתה צריך מתרגם, ועורך דין לבד, ואולי מתווך שגם רוצה, ואני יודעת לתת מפתח למישהו שיראה, כי אתה שם, זה סיפור, אבל ככה זה נהדר, זה win-win situation, באמת, זה...
זה בדיוק ככה, נכון.
כן. יופי, תודה, טוב. ענבל, תפרסם, אנחנו ניכנס לאבנט.
כולכם בצ'אט, כולכם בוואטסאפ שפתחנו לאירוע הזה, אני אשים לכם אותו כדי שנוכל ללוות את כולכם. הם כבר צוחקים, עדיף בית עם בריכה, הנה אתה שם להם, אני רואה, אז בסדר, אז אני לא אשים.
כן, וכמה עיזים.
וכמה עיזים, צריך למצוא עז.
הוא יכול לעשות כסף, אם הוא יביא זכר, וכל הזמן זהו.
הוא עושה את זה מארנבים, גדילה אקספוננציאלית. טוב, חבר'ה, העיזים גנבו את ההצגה, ואיזה מזל, יכולתי לנשום מדי פעם. חבר'ה, מה אני אגיד לכם? תודה רבה, תודה שאתם תמיד נמצאים. זה היה מדהים, זה בהחלט פריצה דרך. תודה, גלעד, זה הלך... תקשיב, זה באמת, אין לי מילים לספר מה זה לעבוד איתך כשותף בדבר כזה, כמה נחת, כמה מידע, לענות על כל שאלה, לא משנה באיזה שעה ביום, תמיד יש לי מענה ורציני, והרמות של חומר והפניות לאיפה אני יכולה למצוא, ועידוד. תקשיב, זה באמת לא מובן מאליו, ואני כל כך מחכה להמשך, ואני בטוחה שיהיה דברים מרתקים, שנוכל לפנק פה את החבר'ה גם, וגם תראה, הקהילות שלנו התאחדו והתחברו, וזה מדהים.
מסע בין קהילות, זה הוויז'ן.
אני חושבת שזה מה שנעשה, מסע בין קהילות. אני חושבת שזה מה שאני עושה.
מסע בין קהילות, לגמרי, ואני חושב שברגע שיחוו יותר גם את מה שאנחנו עושים, יוכלו להנגיש את זה לקהילות שלהם, וזה פשוט, זה המוניטיזציה שדיברנו עליה. ולראות איך מחברים תחומים ויוצרים ביניהם את החיבור, זה פשוט פותח את הראש לאנשים, וזה עושה את הווין ווין. זה היופי.
אני רוצה להגיד שבעלי ישב פה ואכל, וככה מהצד הקשיב, וכל הזמן שאלות, והבנקאי, הגלגלים התחילו לעבוד, וזה כיף.
מדהים, מדהים, הנה את כל התמונות וכל הזה, זה כיף.
תצרפי אותו, צריך בנקאים, צריך חשבונאים, צריך...
הכל יהיה לנו, אנחנו נפתח לעצמנו מדינה שלנו.
אבל זה לא הבנק הפרטי שלו, אבל הוא יכול לתת עצות.
חברים, שיהיה לכם לילה טוב, תודה על הכל.
תודה רבה.
תודה רבה.
אני הולכת לנוח. זהו.
לגמרי.
ביי.
תודה רבה.
באהבה.